Hi, my name is Steve Phillips. I'm the managing partner of CCG Certified Public Accountants, and I'm a certified public accountant.
I'm Mark Murphy. I'm a key business strategist, critical thinker, and financial advisors to entrepreneurs, athletes, and entrepreneurial thinking people.
My name is Mike Tisch. I'm the president of Sports Wealth Asset Group out of Naples, Florida.
Protect yourself at all times is awesome. You need to have boxers, and all people need to have great financial knowledge, whether they're paying the IRS, making sure Uncle Sam gets paid, whether they're paying themselves, whether they're saving money. It's an important part of everybody's lives, and for athletes even more because of their short careers. They only, 35 is an old man. There's another 30 plus years of working life that they need to make sure they prepare for, and another 50 of life in general.
Protect yourself at all times is important. Because I remember an article that came out in Sports Illustrated, it was in some other periodicals, maybe 15 or 20 years ago, where it said that 81% of all professional athletes were either bankrupt or in severe financial distress within 2 years of retirement. And we thought that should not happen. That should not exist.
Protect yourself at all times is extremely important for the fighters. Giving them an initiative to build a platform and help them inside the ring, outside the ring, really stabilize themselves and their business as entrepreneurs and athletes.
I'm Willie Alamangos Manuel Jr., and I'm top 10 middleweight in the world.
I'm Evan a Young Holy Holyfield, 23 years old, from Atlanta, Georgia.
What do you think the first steps a fighter should take? And do you think they should take these steps during their career, at the beginning of their career, or right after their career ends?
Yeah, I was going to say, Willie, there's only three things you can do with your money. You could save it, you can pay your bills, or you can spend it. If you do it in any other order, there'll never be any money to save. So whether you're getting purses that are $5,000 or $5 million, if you don't save it first, pay your bills second, and then spend it, there'll never be any money to save. And so one of the things we recommend, because of the shortness of a career, boxing careers generally don't go 30 or 40 or 50 years. They'll go 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 years, is that we recommend that people take 30% of their gross income, or 30% of their income, and put it away into savings. Then they pay their bills. And then, then whatever's left, I want you to spend it as wild and as crazy and have as much fun as you can with it. But if you're taking care of business, you give yourself the permission slip to be able to go and have some fun with the rest of the money, what's left over. And by the way, 30, I don't know everybody's bills. I don't know how many kids you have. I don't know how many kids you have in school or how big your mortgage is. So maybe the number's not 30. But if you can't do 30, don't do 0. Do 20. Do 15. The important thing is that you pay yourself first.
So CPA is a certified public accountant. So kind of like Mark, we work with clients as trusted advisors to make sure they're tracking their money. We're keeping score for people, not only for the IRS, for Uncle Sam. We're making sure your taxes are paid, that you're tracking your money. You can't win if you don't keep score.
Break down the different numbers in regards to football and compare them to boxing, and how sometimes how ridiculous the splits can be in regards to what you're paying for.
Well, I mean, as an NFL football player, you're not a 1099 entrepreneur. You're a W-2 employee for the team that you play for. Your taxes are being taken out of your paychecks, every game check. Most teams pay every 2 weeks. Boxers fight once or twice a year, and they're entrepreneurs, having to cover their own expenses, having to pay their own taxes, having to cover the trainers and the management, like you said earlier. The NFL players have more structure, being that they have 401ks, they have health insurance, they have a pension. That differentiates, the major sports from boxing, which is, the oldest major sport, or one of the. It gives the NFL players an advantage to be able to accumulate over a longer period of time for retirement without having to do all the planning yourself.
For a young athlete, what would you think is the first thing that a young athlete should do, even if they're not making a lot of money and they want to?
I think education, understanding money, understanding how your money is today and what your future earnings could possibly be. And working with professionals that can help you learn. You know, it's all about literacy. You know, it's about understanding, you know, what a CPA does, understanding what a financial advisor does, the same way you'd understand what your trainer does or, you know, your parents' influence. It's really building that inner circle.
What would be the breakdown as far as maybe taxes and everything after you've paid your manager, your cut guy, your trainer,
So
those things?
boxers are, because they're entrepreneurs and 1099, according to the IRS code, you're basically a business. So you can deduct anything related to your business, workouts, managers, anything related to the best interest of your business. So anything that get you fights, keep you in shape, things to that extent that are in business deductions. You're in the business of boxing. So what that'll do is that'll reduce your taxes. So what we do is we start with our purse, reduce our expenses, we pay a percentage on based on the profits. So unlike, you know, the NFL where they're getting the W-2, they're taxed on their gross income. You're taxed on what you keep, not what you earn. And that's a big difference than most people. Most employees that, you know, if you're a W-2 or an employee, you're taxed on what you bring home. You're taxed on what you keep. And that's a big difference. There's a lot of tax advantages that business owners have that most people don't. You're taxed on what you keep.
Like as in like after I pay like everybody, all the staff, right?
Correct.
So I'm only getting taxed on what I take back.
Correct. So let's just say we'll keep round numbers, $1 million. You pay your manager how much? Typically 10%?
33,
30%?
33 to 30, right?
33%. So now you're $700,000. $700,000. Now you got to pay for your upkeep, your gym, promoters, and so on. So whatever that nets out to the end, then you're paying whatever the marginal tax rate is.
Okay.
Which, depending upon locality, location, could be anywhere from, as we were talking last night, 40 to 50%.
So you think it's smart to really take that money and set it aside?
You have to.
Oh yeah, you can't spend it. That's true.
You got it. You know. Last time I checked, you know, Uncle Sam's undefeated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You move slow, but he catches up.
exactly. They'll knock you out, right? I mean,
Talk about protect yourself at all times. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? All times.